This evening starts the yearly commemoration of the Shoah.
That is, of the Holocaust Remembrance Day, when Israel remembers the murder of the approximately 6 million Jews by Nazi Germany. Perhaps this year, more than any other since then, it will be different, for one has the feeling that history can indeed repeat itself. I don't know if you get this feeling. There's a slogan which refers to that dark and devastating period of Jewish history, a slogan of hope, which claims never again for such atrocities. However, when you ask Holocaust survivors who today witness the rise of this hatred in this world, they tell you that this is a wish but not an unavoidable historical event. One survivor is quoted as recently saying, "Most of us live with the fear that it can happen again." In fact, today many of these same words just spoken before World War II could be heard again in the yards of many American universities. Shouts of hate such as "Gas the Jews," "Death to the Jews," even "Death to America," they wrote. However, Yom HaShoah is not only for Israel, it is a reminder that the atrocities which happened in World War II could happen again for all nations of the world. Because the 6 million Jews were killed, they represent less than 10% of the total number of people who died in the same period, that is. It is estimated that 75 million people were killed in World War II. Yom HaShoah is for all, and it stands as a very sad example of what humanity is capable of doing. And there is a strong connection between Yom HaShoah and Bible prophecies of the end. In the words Yom or day of the Shoah, the word Shoah is used in the scriptures to describe the coming day of the Lord, that is the tribulation. We find Zephaniah 1:15 speaking of the time preceding the return of the Messiah. It says that it will be a day of destruction and desolation. The word Shoah is destruction. This was not speaking of the World War II, but of a yet future war that is coming. Shoah is also a word which describes the coming war of Gog and Magog and invasions from the north before the second coming of Jesus. We find the words in Ezekiel 38 verse 9, where the nations of the north, of which Russia, Turkey and Iran are predicted to attack Israel in the end time. And there we read, "You will ascend coming like a storm, covering the land like a cloud, you and all your troops and many peoples with you." The word "like a storm" is that same as HaShoah, that Hebrew designation that is used for the Nazi Holocaust. And so this year, let us more fervently pray for this world's understanding that Israel is the world's, again, barometer, a storm gauge. As we see that both Israel and the nations actually are not doing well at all. However, this situation has and continues to provide great open doors to speak and spread the love of Yeshua to all and to offer them salvation. This is the time, by the way.